Welcome back to the formation lap of the last chance qualifying. These are the people who were not able to make it into the top 10 for the previous heats. And so this is their last chance to make it into the final. We have the sun coming out. We have the sun coming out. Track's only been getting drier and drier. Last heat, someone said a 98-second lap time. And now as they get ready to get gridded up, I'm going to remind you that the top 4 of this race are the ones that qualify. This is their last chance to win. This is their last chance to get points. If they do not finish in the top 4, they do not get points for the season. So there are high stakes in this last chance qualifying, because as it is, only these 4 guys up here will get their chance to qualify. In the neon is Thomas Heacock. We saw him in the first race end up in last after getting pushed off in a roller coaster, and now he's making his way up. He's definitely going to be looking at the top 4 in front of him, and he's looking to get points. But as they go down the straight, we shall look at the guy with the flag up, ready to wave it, and the flag's down and away they go. 2 wide so far. Looks like 3 wide near the end there. They're all going in. 4 wide as they go into roller coaster in the wet, and someone's facing backwards before they've even made their left turn. And that is effectively his last chance qualifying over. But now we go back to the top 4. See who's in there. Looks like we have a top 4 breakaway, so they're really gonna have to fight hard in the back in order to catch up. As they go through light bulb into roller coaster, someone's wide, but they hold on to it there. Top 3 breakaway between James, Mav, and Todd Hutchings. Wayne Van is there, Kevin Mize, and Thomas Heacock is down in 6th. Actually, he's down further than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's dropped down to 10th after that start. Very unfortunate. He's been very unlucky with these roller coaster starts going in this direction. But he's looking to make an ambitious move on the inside. He holds it together and keeps his place. Oh, but lots of momentum if someone makes a mistake on the outside, and he's able to get that position there. But remember, it's only for the top 4, in which it kind of looks pretty secured at the moment, unless mistakes are made, which can happen in these drying condition races, because people are going to limit test, people are going to push a lot harder than they should. But in the top 4, we have James Kemp, Mav, in 4th place, holding him back, is Kevin Mize, just trying to get into the final and get points in his first league race. This is his first ever going through the league race thing. He never got to see the Pro-Am and Pro. There's a yellow flag on roller coaster. Someone must be going slow, someone must have drove off a little bit. It's still being waved. I think it's on the other side of the shack, because I cannot see it. Or they spun off there. Unknown. But the top 3 are closing up now from this angle as they go through bus stop. Then through turn 7 and 6. Still very scary. There's a lot of elevation changes. You can see the dry line appearing there as they're pushing as hard as they can. With Todd Hutchings coming in close, trying to get the best exit he can and take advantage of the slipstream. Or is he going to make a move? He's right into the back of him. I don't see any contact there, but they're keeping it there. And maybe Todd Hutchings is just playing the long game, trying to take advantage of the fact that bump drafting is now allowed. He can work with him to try to push away from 3rd place, which is really looking. 3rd place is really looking. And your top 3 in the last chance qualifying as they cross the line are James, Todd, and Mav. Do the roller coaster to make it clean. Looks like Todd loses a little bit of time going into that. Let's see if any other moves are made. Thomas Heacock still stuck in the mid pack. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it through. He's fast, but this might not be his day. He might not make it through the last chance qualifying. As a desperate battle for 4th place and the last position in the last chance qualifying happens, a mistake is made and he's overtaken. Charles McLaughlin falling down into 6th place. As 4th place just is in effectively no man's land with several karts in front and behind him. If he makes a mistake, he can easily get caught in the slipstream, and if 3rd place makes a mistake, he can catch up to the slipstream and put a buffer in between them. The track is constantly drying. They're taking a more inside line as they go through. Battle's being made for 5th place. Looks like the overtake is complete. He's got the inside line secure. Can he hold on to it? Oh, he's slow. And no, he cannot get the overtake complete, even with the inside line. That's what the rubberized inside line does to you. You just get no grip out there. But here we go. The top 3 crossing the line again. No position changes. James, Todd, and Mav. As they cross the line. Are there going to be any overtake attempts? Nope. They're just all going to accordion up and try to go through there cleanly. They understand. This isn't where the points are at. They're just trying to get into the final. They do not want to risk any maneuvers that'll get them knocked down off the track and out of the race. They do not want to get a chance. They do not want to lose their chance at getting into the final and scoring as many points as they can. 40 racers enter into this league race, and only 22 will get points. Oh, an overtake is made on Todd Hutchings. He was a little slow coming off turn 5. He tries to hold it together, but is not quite able to. And now Todd loses 2nd place and drops down to 3rd. That'll be more positions he needs to gain in order to get more points, maximum points in the final. But he is still in there. In 4th place, he's just falling further back and could potentially get overtaken. 4th place, the one desperately holding on to it, is Kevin Mize. He's the rookie, he's the amateur. He's just doing everything he can to get points in his first league race as he goes through, but they're stacking up behind him. This is looking risky for him. Behind him is experienced driver William Fraser, looking to get his position. First place, James Kemp, kind of running away with it. Gap is quite formed, and Todd will probably be looking to get his position back or secure his spot for the final. The race for 4th is tight though, as 3 cars are behind him in a train, looking to do anything that they can to make it into the next race. Something also to note, in the last chance qualifying, because we have one last session through these league races, the session time is doubled. This is a 20-minute race. Thomas Heacock catching the train for 4th place. This could be his chance. I'm hearing tire squealing out there. The track is effectively dry. So we're going to see those dry skills come into place, and we're going to see if there's any dry masters out there that are going to take advantage of the changing track conditions and get as much as they can to potentially get into the final. But top 3 still tight. James lost his lead, or James lost the gap that he had. And so now, with Mav closing in behind him, he's going to want to fend him off. It is now dry. Could we be looking at more riskier maneuvers if people get more confidence in their kart? There are now 4 karts behind the rookie of Kevin. He will need to desperately fend them off for a longer period of time in order to get points for it. Oh, but Thomas Heacock finds a move. He is side by side with him through light bulb. He will try to hold on to the momentum on the outside, and he secures it, gaining the position. Now he's looking for more. He's looking for more. As he goes around top of the world, he slots in behind, and he looks to solidify his position, and he's right into there, probably taking advantage of the bump draft rule to get as much speed as he can. He doesn't bump him wide. It looks like there's a little bit of a slip up there. But looks like Kyle has gotten a gap. He is safe. Now, let's return back to the top 3. Has anything changed up there? It is still James, Mav, and Thomas. They are right next to each other, real close. The slipstream keeping them together and making it real competitive. Let's see if any moves can be made as we go down the front straight. James, Mav, and Todd. He is right on his bumper, bump drafting him. Is he trying to escape from Todd? Is that what's going on? That could be the case, but Todd is right onto him, really fast through it. Oh, someone's making a move on Kevin through the inside line. Does he secure it? Kevin looks like he still holds on to the position. They weren't able to get past him, but now they're slotting up. They're too wide, and they slot back into place. Thomas has gotten another position, really looking to get into that qualifying. He's following Kyle. Oh, someone darts on the inside of him. It is 3 wide through top of the world, and Thomas gets it. He gets 4th place. He secures his spot in the final. If he can hold it on until the end. There's really bumping and going on back there. It's still 3 wide back there. But Kyle has lost out to Thomas, who made a brilliant double overtake while they were fighting for his position. But is he going to get pushed onto the outside? He's on the inside. He has the momentum for the outside. But is it dry enough to where being on the outside is the advantage? He holds on to the position of 5th place, but that's not quite enough. And he needs to do the arduous task of trying to overtake Thomas Heacock, who's been in pro for 2 seasons now and has been showing quite some pace. He is one of the younger drivers out on the grid, and he is looking to make a mark in this new league race final as he secures these points and makes it in. The last lap flag has not been waved yet. There's still more racing to be had, but look at the gap that he secured. Now at this point, I think Kevin is playing for pride and trying to hold on to that 5th place and prove that he's got the racing prowess to race with the pros. And I think he has. He's held on to that for such a long time. And then Thomas Heacock just simply did a brilliant move in order to get into the top 4. Now top 3 looks like it's still stagnant with James, Mav, and Todd Hutchings in the back there. Just holding on. Thomas pushing as hard as he can, using the rumble strips there to get the wet off his tires, so that way he can take the corners hard. Look at the gap already. But the fight is still going between Kyle and William Frazier behind him. It is a very tight 4-way battle, but this is for 5th place. That isn't qualifying, but it is really close. Are we looking at a possible 2-wide situation here? Kyle Holdeman off, but he doesn't have any slipstream. William Frazier jumps to the inside. Is he going to hold it together? Oh, he needs to slow it down. It's still slick there. He does not get to secure the position. Kevin still holds on from William Frazier. The track is looking really dry right now. I am going to check on the lap times myself. 85-second lap times. That's the first lap time that I set in a summer hot day in my first arrive and drive. That was the fastest lap that I set for my first arrive and drive out here. And things are really starting to heat up. That's effectively a dry time from a newbie. And things will only get faster as the track dries out. Especially with that sun coming down near the beginning. I bet it really helped in the drying process of the race. But the top 3 fight is still super competitive. I bet people are starting to feel the strain. If they're used to the league races and haven't done much endurance races, those extra 5 minutes, those extra 10 minutes can really take a toll on you. And here they go again, 50 miles per hour down the straight if they're getting their momentum up. It's a fast rental kart league series. We got a nice outdoor track. So many brilliant corners with roller coaster top of the world, lots of complex corners, and you got your classic hairpins, and you got a fast chicane with the bus stop over there. But around top of the world, once again they go. Still taking a wet line through there. They're not taking the inside line, and I won't either. It's downhill, and look how wet you can see it is. Look how glossy it is, even from here on top of the tower. So through bus stop they go. They're in their really fast parade. Still sticking right close to each other. It looks like a cheeky move might be trying to be made there by Mav, but not quite. They go through turns 5 and 4 once again. This is reverse direction, so that's why I'm counting down as they go through the corners. Thomas Heacock expanding the gap behind him. Oh, Kyle's fallen off there. Too wide going through there. William Fraser did get his spot, so maybe he'll try to hunt down Thomas Heacock if there's still time in the race. But here, we cut, or smoothly transition to the top 3. To the top 3 drivers out there. Racing as hard as they can to secure their spot in the top 3. They cannot make any mistakes. He is right on his bumper. Could we be looking at an overtake attempt, or is he bump drafting him to just try to secure their lead and get their spot? Thomas is right on him through roller coaster, as I've seen for the past 3 laps now. Thomas Heacock, honestly, I think he's closing the gap. I will need to check on the lap times. For all I know, he could be setting fastest laps while I haven't been paying attention. He is Thomas Heacock with an 83-second lap time, lapping 2 seconds faster. If there's enough laps in this race, he could very well catch up to them and secure an even higher spot into the final as I go through the last chance qualifying. Thomas Heacock is lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker. No wonder why that gap has just been shrinking. He is seeing them. He is hunting them down. He wants that last chance qualifying podium. But in the top 3, with James, Mav, and Todd, still very competitive with each other. You can actually see they're catching up to the people in last place. They might potentially lap them by the end of the race if the final flag isn't shown soon. But it looks like Colin is preparing. He is waving the last lap flag. I don't think Thomas will have time to catch. He definitely won't have time to catch, but he will secure that fastest lap. Point of pride, no points for it, but it is really impressive to see how fast he was going out there. Look at him as he goes through the roller coaster. On the right side, you'll see there, flying through there. And then, the battle for 5th. It kind of looks like Kevin got his spot back. I'm not sure. I don't have the timing charts in front of me, that's why it's been hard for names, but very competitive racing going on right now in the top field. Been very fun. 20 minutes, a mistake won't end your race. I think Thomas started 10th after the roller coaster incident, and then he was able to make it up into the qualifying position with that brilliant double overtake. He deserves a spot into the final, and I look forward to seeing what he can do with that spot. But now that we're on the final lap, could we be seeing any desperate dives from the top 3? Todd still in 3rd place, Mav 2nd, and James leading the pack. No slipstream, and doing everything that he can to hold them off. We will see as they cross the line if Thomas will still hold on to that fastest lap. But here they go across the line. James 1st, Mav 2nd, and Todd Hutchings 3rd, with Thomas Heacock 4th place, qualifying for the final and securing points no matter what. Even if he makes a mistake and finishes last, he will have done it, and this is the race that got him there.